Hey guys, today I'm going to teach you how to make a plane. You may not already know how to make a plane, but I'm going to show you how I make a plane. And if you can make something better, I'd like to see it. Also, I'd like to see you measure your distance and see how far you can fly your plane. I'm really curious to see how far it flies. Okay, so I did make a plane. There it is. You can see I decorated. All right, I did some cutting in the back over there where I made the fuselage and then the nacelle and the wings. I put some rivets on it and I did some decoration. I even made a little tiny cockpit on the top there so you can see the little guy in there. Put a couple missiles in there and I put the USA symbol on the side. So I made a little tiny plane and I'm going to show you how to make the basic plane and then you can do what you want with it. Now, this is pretty rigid stuff. This is tag board. I had some cardstock from my daughter, so I use this to make it. So it's pretty rigid. I don't know how it's going to fly because it's pretty heavy. Doesn't necessarily mean it, because it looks good, that it's going to fly good. But a lot of times I'm not really worried about flying, because sometimes I just like to make them so they look cool. All right, so you need a piece of paper, any kind of paper you have in the house. It could be big or small. You could try making some really teeny planes, and then you can make a miniature fleet of planes, and then you could set up a target, like a waste paper basket, and you can make distances, and you can have a competition with your brother or sister or anybody in your family, and you could do like a best out of 5 flying your little planes, okay? Or even make a little airport and try to land them for points, okay? So it can be, you can make a game out of this. All right, so I'm gonna take a regular piece of copy paper and I'm gonna hold it the tall way, I'm gonna hold it the portrait way, all right? And then I'm gonna fold it in half this way. Now, it's very important to meet your corners and do the best job that you can folding it, because the better you do, the more balanced your plane is going to be. Now you see I'm making a nice crease here. Now I'm gonna show you a trick. I'm just gonna grab a marker, or you can use a pencil or a pen, whatever you have, or a coin, and you're going to take and make all your creases, go over all your creases afterwards, okay? Because this helps later on with the folding part, okay? So make your creases nice and hard. You can use your fingernail too, because this is thin paper. I'm going to use my fingernail, all right? And then open it back up. So we made one fold, creased it, and then opened it back up. Now, we're going to take the 2 top corners, and we're going to bring them down towards the middle, one at a time. Now I'm going to carefully, this top edge right here, the very top one, has to go meet on this line. So I'm going to bring it down and slowly curl it so that top edge comes down. See it coming down, and rest on that line. Again, I want to be right perfectly on that line, because the better I am, all right, the better my plane is going to be balanced. And I'm going to slowly push it down. Keeping that, I'm going to hold my finger there so it doesn't move, and I'll press it out. Okay, and then again, I'm going to take my thumbnail or my tool, whatever I have, scissors, whatever I have available, I'm going to work that crease, okay? And then I'm going to bring my other side in. Again, that top ridge has to come down and come right down to the edge of that line. And I want those 2 edges to butt up as close as possible. Now you're going to see that I had a folding error, all right? Sometimes that happens. I'm going to go along with it anyways. But you can see this one is a little bit lower than that way. I may have messed up some way, maybe just making a small change. It's okay. It may not affect the flight of my plane. I'm going to finish it anyways, otherwise I'd have to throw my paper over, and that would be a waste. So it still could be a good plane. Never know. So now the next step is a little trickier, okay? This edge right here, see where my finger's pointing right there? This edge right here, all right? That one right there is going to come down, and it's going to come down this way. So I'm going to turn my paper this way, grabbing it by that corner and over here, and I'm going to kind of fold it. See, I'm bringing this corner in and onto that line. I'm kind of taking this corner and bringing it down to that line, so this edge here lines up in the middle of that valley right there. Do you see it? And then I'm going to take and push that down slowly with my finger. Okay, one more time. This edge comes to the middle. I got to do it twice anyway, so you'll see it, and then crease it. You use your scissors or whatever you have, crease the sides. Also crease the middle, because that's pretty thick right there. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to take that bottom right here, and I'm going to bring it up and roll it towards that center seam, and carefully line it up the best that I can. all right, and take my finger and bring it down. Now, this plane is a pointy. You can tell it's pretty pointy at the end. Now, I made that one pointy, okay? You gotta be careful when you fly these because you don't want to hit anybody in the face, especially a hard piece of paper like this. That could hurt somebody. I'm gonna show you how to make a blunt nose flyer. So it's not pointy and it still looks cool when it's done. You just take the very end of it like that and then just fold it down like that. Fold it down. Sometimes these work better. It helps them to fly because they're a little bit nose heavier and they fly a little bit better. Okay, so now it's like that. I've put my nose down. Don't worry about it popping up because when we crease it again. Now I'm going to take these two sides. You see where we split it down the middle right there? I'm going to fold it right up in half like that. Okay, fold it right in half. So you see half of the plane on this side, and I flip it over, it's half on the other side. Okay. Now you can tell if it's super balanced, then you've made a really good one. If you can see these shapes right here. Now I can tell that I didn't do a great job on this one because the distance from here to here and here to here is different. When you get them pretty close to even, that's when you know a plane is perfectly balanced. It may fly a little bit right or left depending upon that. So again, more practice, more better. All right, now take your plane and put it back together again. Now we're gonna make the wings. This is the body right here, the nacelle. All right, now we're gonna make the wings. Now that's pretty easy. What you don't want to do is you just don't want to take and flip down a little edge like this because then you have a tiny little wing, okay? And that's not going to fly that well, all right? You need more air surface. So I'm going to take this wing down and I'm going to keep pulling it down almost all the way down, rolling it slowly so I have a long wing, all right? See, I almost went all the way down to the tip, okay? And I'm going to fold it down. You see it's almost to the end and then slowly fold it. Okay, and then I'm going to take my scissors and then crease it again. Okay, now I'm going to take my paper and flip it over. All right, now you can see that side is higher right there. All right, and then I'm going to take and flip it over. You see that little tag on the end, how it's sticking out? I'm going to try to match that tag when I do this. So I'm going to roll it down again, be as close as I can. Again, I'm not worried about being perfect. All right, and then there you go, and then crease it again. Now, you may want to watch this video a couple times if you're confused, and you can rewind it and go back and forth and back and forth. And now you see I have my plane here. I just opened it up. I pinched the nacelle, and then I pushed the wings up. Now, the straighter the wings are, the better it flies, okay? If you keep them down, pointed like that, it's okay, but I think they fly better with the wings like that. Now, you can see mine looks the same here, all right? Pretty similar. I mean, you can tell this one's pretty well balanced in the top. I did a pretty good job, but now I'm not there, Mr. Storro. And then if I turn it to the side, they're basically the same, except this one is a blunt nose flyer, okay? But I did some cutting on the back over here. I don't know how that's gonna work out for me, but I'm gonna try it anyways, okay? And then you can take your plane, when you wanna decorate it, you can just kind of like push your wings up like this, and then you can work on the body, then you can work underneath the wing, and then you can fold the wing down, and then you can put something on top of the wing, and then just keep working it so it folds in. Don't force it, otherwise you're going to ruin your plane if you want to decorate it, all right? You may want to make a fleet of undecorated planes, but I would make at least one really super stylish plane that you like. Once you make a really good one, then decorate it, and then you'll have a really nice plane, and you can just take it, you can put a little string on it, you can hang it over your desk if you want to, so it kind of like dangles, all right? Now, I'm going to teach you how to make a helicopter probably in another episode, but this is planes. Now, you can go on YouTube, and you can find all different ways to make paper airplanes. There's hundreds of kinds of airplanes. All right, there's gliders, there's loop-de-loopers, so you can try to make your own plane and then send me a picture or a video of what you made. I'm really curious to see how you're doing and what you made. All right, so any questions, you can send me an email and I'll respond right away. All right, guys, can't wait to see your planes. Take care. Bye.